Hi everyone. Okay, I'm live on Facebook and I'm starting the radio show. Okay, Bradley, I can see you here. I don't know if I'll be able to invite you to be able to. Hi Sanju. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going live from my laptop right now, so I don't know if I'll be able to invite you as on the picture. So if you can just speak over the phone and everybody will be able to hear you, okay? And in the meanwhile, I'll also try to go live on my phone. Okay, so let's start the radio show, shall we? Give me 1 second.
Yes, all callers are muted and they can unmute themselves. To start conference recording, press 1. To return to the conference, press star. This conference is being recorded.
Good morning, everyone. Today is...
Good morning.
Good morning, Bradley. I'll just share a little more and invite you in. Today is the 8th of March 2018, and it is yet another amazing journey on dynamic growth with gratitude. And this is a special day because it's Women's Day, but we have a very special guest today. So somebody who will support us not only for the women but also for men, because he is an amazing gentleman who is going to join and talk and really share his beautiful story with all of us. Today we are also supporting the Equality Day rather than just Women's Day or Men's Day. So that's something that we would love to talk about also, maybe just a little bit in the end of the show. And let me introduce our dear guest, Bradley Ryckman. Bradley Ryckman is an amazing person. He has fought cancer twice in his childhood. He'll share more about the story. And also, he's a bully advocate. Because of cancer, he had a lot of disfiguration on his face, and it attracted a lot of bullies towards him. And that really made him want to share his story outside, share his story with the audience, with people, especially with students and children who are facing bullying. Even older people, even at workplaces, we shouldn't. Bullying is something that is so prevalent all over the world, and that's something which we need to take care. Children suicide, especially in colleges in India. If you go to engineering colleges and so many other places, people tend to really get frightened to even go to school at some point, business schools or whichever. So this is something which we need to address. And today our guest is going to share all that he has carried himself with. And thank you so much, Bradley, for joining us today. Bradley, can you hear me?
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please share your journey. What was your personal journey and how that happened? What happened that really catapulted you to this particular position of you really wanting to share your story with the world?
Well, as you said, I had cancer at an early childhood. It actually started when I was 2 years old. And by the time I was 3, I had beaten it not once, but twice. As I grew up, I had the support of my immediate friends and family that I had grown up with. And all through elementary school, the kids that knew me were very supportive around me. However, once I got into the got through the elementary school and started middle school, which would be the 5th through the 8th grade, there were other students from another school that was integrated with us, and they didn't know my story, they didn't know me, and they had become the bullies in my life. And this continued on for the next 2 years of my school life. It was only at the mercy of a teacher who happened to be walking by the boys' bathroom who overheard what was going on, that she intervened on my behalf and encouraged me to find my voice at that time, to share the story of my cancer and why I looked the way I did. And after that, it got better. However, as I'm getting older, I still face the consequences of the mental health issues that I'm fighting on a daily basis. And that's kind of why I decided to start my journey in sending out my voice, to let people know that even though bullying is at a young age in schools, the effects of it carry on with you for your whole entire life. You're always fighting low self-esteem and depression and anxiety. Those are just a few examples that I deal with on a daily basis. And I'm thankful for people like you and Lauren Michael Harris, who encouraged me to share my word, give me the opportunity to share my word. And in fact, one of the first assignments that Lauren had given me encouraged me to do a video about my story. And that video was shared over 8,000 times. It left Michigan, so I became a national anti-bullying advocate. And now with being with you on your show, and as you had told me your show was overseas, I can now consider myself an international anti-bullying advocate.
Absolutely.
And I'm so proud of myself and so thankful to you and everybody else who has given me the opportunity to share my story.
That is so amazing. Thank you so much, Bradley, for giving us the opportunity to talk to you and understand. So can you share what made the bullying happen? You know, what was it that? How did that teacher help you, and how did you combat it, and how do you want to support others to understand what you went through, and how you can encourage them to fight themselves?
Well, and like you said, the cancer is kind of what generated the facial scarring on the left side of my face. And that's what the kids didn't understand, because it was a difference to them. And as we know, society can view differences as a weakness on some people, and therefore they partook me as weak. The journey with the bullying began with 5 young boys who would corner me in the bathroom on a daily basis every time I went in there. They would push me, taunt me, make fun of my weight, my appearance, and it just so happened that in 6th grade, a teacher had walked by and heard one of the boys doing that. She had come in and had everybody leave the bathroom and pulled me aside and apologized to me that I had to go through this. She asked if I would be willing to come into her class and share my story of my cancer survival. From then on, my teacher had also asked me to do the same thing. So that covered half of my sixth grade class peers. So I wanted to share my story to let the kids that are going through it today know that yes, it is a hard time. It's a tough time. I apologize that you have to go through this now, but understand that things do get better as you progress. And I also want to express that when dealing with a bullying situation, one thing that I express myself is find those that support you in your life. Stay with them because it is their strength that you can draw from to help overcome what you're going through at the time. But I also want to encourage you, never resort to violence. Because as we also see in today's society, when someone takes on a violent behavior and somebody reacts with a violent behavior, somebody's going to get hurt, and there's always going to be consequences. So, as I say, violence never solves violence.
That is absolutely true. And how much ever we can stay away from violence and support each other, be appreciative of each other, just flow and be in gratitude, that would be so much more effective. What was that gratitude that really supported you, Robert? Who were the people or any particular incident that you remember that that you are grateful for in your journey?
As I said in my sixth grade year, the teacher had come in on my behalf, so I'm thankful for her. And just recently, I had been in contact with that teacher and was able to thank her for what she had done for me. I'm thankful for my parents who always stood by me. They were always there with me in the hospital because I know it was tough on them. We are looking at from where I live to where the hospital was that I did most of my care. That was a good 2 to 2.5 hour drive, just one way.
Wow.
So to have one or both of them there at all the time was easier for me to get through what I was doing. Today, like I said, I'm thankful for the people that are allowing me to share my story. I've been able now to talk with you, with Lauren Harris, Josh T. Berglund, and Lene Lynn St. John, who have allowed me to share my story on their channel, who have continued to share my story through their word of mouth. And that's the best way, I think, to get my story out there, is for others to share it. And for those that have shared my story, I'm grateful for them as well.
That is amazing. So you do share your story at various other places. So can you identify any particular place, any person who was affected by it and they reached out to you, and how did you support them?
Well, I've had 2 parents who responded to my Facebook post when I first started my videos and said that they had shared the video with their child, and they ended up having discussions with their child, and the child had wanted to watch the video several times. I've got friends that have shared it with their children who today are going through bullying and experiences in their life, who I have personally met, and they have reached out to share their thanks. I've actually gone back to the middle school where experience happened and have spoken with a diversity class twice within the last year. And through that, I have met some wonderful children who found inspiration within me. Hopefully, they're standing up for their friends and for themselves. One gift that I gave the class was a bullying pledge, which pledges they will stand up for anyone they see being bullied and take action to support themselves as well.
That is amazing. That is so amazing. That each time you put out your foot, you're supporting so many more out there who are combating the same situation. So whatever you're doing, even if it's a small step, especially the videos that you did and the wonderful encouragement you got from Lauren. I love Lauren. He's amazing. All of you. It's so amazing to just feel and be grateful for all those who have supported us, right? So this is a journey that you've been through, and especially can you share how? I know you were very young when you had the cancer, but then what supported you to fight it? I mean, how did you come out of it? If you can share a little more to support all those who are actually going through so many similar situations, maybe for themselves or their children or somebody whom they really love. So can you share a little more?
Well, because the cancer was at such a young age, I don't remember a whole lot of it. I've heard stories from my parents of being in a full body cast from head to toe, with only the left side of my face being shown. I have stories of my immune system being so destroyed from the treatment that I was in a plastic bubble for I don't even know how long. So to honestly go through how I dealt with that as a child, the only thing I can accredit that to is my friends and family. Now, as I got older, I think around 15, I believe, one of our neighbor friends who also was dealing with cancer at a young age, his family introduced us to an organization called Special Days Camps. And Special Days Camps is a camp for kids who have or have had cancer.
Okay.
And they do a 2-week session where 1 week is for those children in particular, and the second week is for their brothers and sisters who have experienced their siblings going through cancer. So seeing the difference between my story and their journey, not only that they've already gone through, but some of the kids that were at the camp were still fighting their journey. they were still going through their chemotherapy and their radiation treatment.
Mm.
So as I got older, I was able to draw from their story as well. But like I said, because the cancer journey that I went through, I was so young with it, I honestly don't remember a whole lot from it, if anything at all. From whatever I know of it, I know of only because of what I've heard from my mom and my dad.
True, true. But yet still, what you shared is an eye opener for so many more, because even at that young age, when children get that, how difficult it is to combat it, how difficult it is to understand such a complicated situation, especially for the parents. It must be so difficult for the parents to see a child in trouble. So I'm so grateful to you for sharing it and really supporting all these wonderful parents and children to understand that, and it's a ray of hope, isn't it? That you have come through and you've really shown a way by shining through. You just come out of it in the most beautiful way. And I'm so honored and I'm so happy that you took the opportunity to come out and share it with the world, make people more aware, not just because you've been through, but you want people to understand that you've been through and fought it and come out of it. And you really want others to support that particular thought that, yes, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You can do it too. It's that thought that is going to make waves, and that thought is going to make all the difference in this world. Thank you so much, Brad. And thank you, Lauren. He's just waving out and sending out a love to all of us on the Facebook Live. So thank you so much, Lauren, for bringing in this amazing persona of Bradley Ryckman to our knowledge. And through him, there will be so many more lights that would be just waiting to shine to support more people. So it's just a ripple effect that we are going to create once again. Right, Bradley?
Oh, yes. Yes. And I want to take a minute to say good morning to Lauren, who has just come into the Facebook Live. My boss, Terry Morrison, and my coworker, Stephanie Chase, along with Susan and Robert and Nancy, who have also joined us this morning on Facebook Live. Good morning to you all, or if you're in my neck of the woods, it's almost good afternoon.
Very true, very true. Good morning. And Mariana and Robert, everybody, good morning to all of you, Susan, Lauren. So it's just a big, warm party, an interaction, a virtual cup of tea or coffee that you're going to have right now. So I'm so glad that, Bradley, you could share your journey with all of us, and everybody's sending so much love and happiness and laughter our way. So I'm so happy to see that. And everybody on the radio show, as well as all those who will be listening to the replay of the radio show, the show is going live globally. So if people join in from different parts of the world and also listen to the Facebook Live. So it's something that each and every message that we share, it's going to be heard again and again. So really go ahead and share what you want to reach out, right? Even to the smallest part of this world, the smallest village, everywhere bullying is going around. So please share, Bradley, straight from your heart, whatever you want to share, go ahead and share. Brad, are you there? Yes.
Yeah, I'm there. Well, most of the stuff I've shared you can find on my Facebook or through my YouTube channel, which you can look up under my name, Bradley Ryckman, and the title of the page is The Bullied Experience. So, I mean, A lot of my story is there and can be shared with anybody. I encourage anybody to share my story. If anybody has a story of themselves, I encourage them to reach out to me to share their story, whether it be with just me or if they would like to share it openly, I can share it openly for them. Or anybody who knows me personally who is dealing with anything as far as a bullying experience or cancer, they're more than welcome to ask questions. I encourage questions over just staring and assumptions.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Any particular school experience you want to share, Bradley?
Well, the school experience is just the teacher, like I said, who was able to reach out and basically rescue me from that experience. After that, I encountered several other teachers who were such an inspiration, not only to me, but to others. My 8th grade science teacher was so inspired by me that he told me that if I was to ever run for president, he would be right there by my side supporting me.
That is so amazing. That is so amazing.
So just the inspiration that others have and have shown towards me is amazing.
Truly, truly. And were there any friends to support you during the journey, and they are still there with you to help you, combat or be the bully advocate that you are?
Yes. My good friend and my nutrition coach, Danielle, has been by my side basically all my life. I consider her more a sister than a friend because my family has grown up with her family and we've done so much together. So I thank her for just being by my side and supporting me not only through my journey of the cancer and the bullying, and now she's helping me with my nutrition. And actually, she's the one that introduced me to Lauren Harris through a nutrition company. And Lauren and I kind of lost contact with each other for a couple years until I happened to one day reach out to him. And ever since that day, he's been a coach for me on a personal basis. So I want to reach out and, again, thank him.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Thank you so much, Bradley. It's been such a pleasure talking to you, and we'll be opening the lines for Q&A. In the meanwhile, if you would want to share your information, apart from the Facebook page, do you have any place people can reach you, your phone number, email, anything that would help people to reach you and know more about how they can combat? I have a dear friend, Marty Ward. She is also a bully advocate. She's done a lot of work, and she's doing amazing work in Nigeria and various other places with children. And she lives in Florida, so I'll connect you with her. I don't know if she's right now live. I had invited her to join the Facebook Live, but I'll definitely connect you with her. She's an amazing lady, and you're welcome. She's been fighting with the bullying issue in schools and colleges all over the US. So I'll definitely support you and connect you with her. And I'll let Lauren know as well. He's hearing us right now, so we'll definitely touch base on that. Please go ahead and share your information.
Okay, so well, you can find me like right now on Facebook, as you said. You can find me on YouTube, and a lot of this information I will share in the comments below as well. But you can find me on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and like I said, if you happen to see me in public, I encourage you to approach me, say hello. I'm not a shy person, so I actually love meeting people.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. And do post we have, since we couldn't go live with your face on through the phone because of technical challenges, do post your picture in the comments so that people can also relate and see you. And when they see you, they can come over and talk to you and meet you. So that is wonderful. Yes. That is wonderful. So let me share my information and then open the lines for Q&A. If anybody would like to share their gratitudes on the radio show, please do. And if you have any questions for Bradley or me, please go ahead and share your questions. You can reach me on Facebook, Geeta Krishnan Speaks, Dynamic Growth with Gratitude. That's a radio show. You can also reach me on LinkedIn as Geeta Krishnan, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and all these social media platforms as Geeta Krishnan Speaks. And you can email me at geetakrishnaninspires@outlook.com, or also reach out to me on my website, geetakrishnan.com. So thank you so much for being here and interacting with us. I'll open the lines for Q&A.
All callers are muted. All callers are unmuted.
The lines are open. If you would like to share your gratitude, please go ahead and share it with us. And Bradley's here. If you have any questions for Bradley, you're most welcome. I'll also share the thoughts that are pouring in from the Facebook Live while we are waiting for people to join us on live show. Terry Morrison, I believe she's your boss, right, Brad?
Yes. Yes.
She says, thank you, Brad, for all that you've done. You are a very strong person. So she's giving you all the kudos. Thank you so much, Terry. It's an honor to have Brad here. And it's truly amazing that all of you work together. He's an amazing person. And I hope and give him all the best wishes to be successful in his life and help many more to be more successful as well. Thank you so much for sharing. Robert Brooker, he's on Facebook Live with us. He's sharing that is something we have in common, Bradley, the love of meeting people. So that's wonderful. So you found another friend here, Brad. You would love to connect with you.
Hi, Robert. Hi.
You want to say something? Go ahead and say something to Robert and Terry.
Well, I want to thank Terry for giving me the opportunity to work with her. I actually met Terry working for another company. She was, her and her husband at the time were a customer of mine. And to later on become one of her employees has been so great. I also want to say good morning to Laura Rogers, who I recently just met, who she said she approached me in a training for work and had mentioned that she had seen me on a video, and then to see me in the class with her was awesome. So it was great to meet her. So good morning, Laura.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much. And Robert shared a little earlier, I'm unable to see the comment right now, but he shared about the assumptions, that it's difficult when people assume. So, right, Robert, that's what you spoke about a little earlier. So that's something. If you want to share more thoughts, please do. I'll be able to read it now. So each and every one of us, we tend to assume, and we all know that as assume itself means, but as, you and me, right? So whoever assumes is something that, if when we point three fingers, when we point one finger at somebody, we're pointing three fingers at ourselves. So if you're pointing one finger at somebody, we're pointing three fingers at ourselves. So that's something that we should always remember, that before telling somebody that you're responsible, we have to look at ourselves. How responsible are we? Are we responsible for the situation, or is it in any way that we can address it in a better way? Yes, and Robert shared that message again for us. Yes, being judged based solely on assumptions is one of the worst feelings. Yes, that's something that he shared while you were talking, while you were sharing, Brad. So it's so amazing to understand a lot more. So many things happening around in this world, especially the recent incident in Florida about the shootings. And that day when I heard about, and Florida, I'm from Florida, I'm from Orlando, and it's very close to my heart, and my son is a high schooler. So things happening in high schools, and especially, I don't know, in Florida, I don't know, so many times while I was there too, there used to be incidents where the school used to be shut down all of a sudden, and the parents had no idea what's happening, and all of a sudden, and then you come to know that there was somebody carrying a weapon in the school. So all these things happening, it really unnerves us. And being a faculty, going to college, even that is scary at times, because you don't know you will come back home. It's not just, you know, you could be driving down, or you could be going home in a car, anything could happen. But this is something really scary, because you don't expect such things to happen. Thank you so much, Lauren. Lauren gives us awesome job. Bradley and Geeta, thank you so much. So all these different things happening around us, let's bring some sunshine. Let's bring some gratitude. Let's bring some gratefulness, that if we can encourage, and I started this campaign on LinkedIn, and I'll try to bring it over here as well. Let's be the change. Each one of us, if we can be the change, let's be a little more happier than we already are. So if we can be a little more happier ourselves, it's just a matter of time that each and every individual, if we can take it up on ourselves, just ourselves, let's be a little more happier. The same way, so many more people will be a little more happier. And that leads to the ripple effect. That leads to, if one person can create that change in just themselves, and so on and so forth, each one of us can create a little small change in ourselves towards happiness, towards gratefulness. Let's be more grateful to all that we have right now with us, because we have so much. We don't realize that. We don't understand that. We just need to go deeper and just tell ourselves, this is something so amazing. I have this with me. I have this body. I have these eyes. What more do you want? You know, there are people who don't have so much less they may have, and yet still we keep craving for more. The ambition is good. We need to want more, but then not at the cost of your own self, no. At the cost of other lives, no. So that's something that we may want to focus on, and let's be the change. Let's bring about that change in ourselves and focus on how we can go forth, how we can go ahead. And I'll share the video as well on Facebook, what I have created as Let's Be the Change campaign. Each one of us can do that. It's very simple. It's just us doing it. It's nothing we need to involve anybody or any more people. It's just each one of us taking that initiative. Right, Bradley? Are you on with my Let's Be the Change campaign?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
One thing that I wanted to share real quick, after I had returned to the middle school here just this last time, just last month, not even a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, there was an incident at the local school here in town where students had found a hate list, or I think they referred to it as a kill list. So yes, I understand the horror that's going on down in Florida, because it's happening more and more now these days. And like I had shared on Josh T. Berglund's Morning Gratitude show, it's almost like an incident happens at a school, and it's in the light for a couple of weeks, and then everybody forgets that something like this is happening until the next incident happens. And my question to everybody is, when are we going to stop forgetting and actually take action?
True, very true.
How many school shootings do we need to go through before something is finally done about it?
Very true. That is so powerful. And how we can combat it, how we can help eradicate it. That's something we may want to focus on. What are the steps? Now, one of my dear friends, Uma Mukherjee, has joined the show and on the Facebook Live, and she is a principal of a school, a very prominent school in Mumbai, India. I would love to hear your thoughts as well, Uma, if you would like to share your experiences and how you are, and many more teachers and faculties in India are supporting and trying to eradicate bullying right from the grassroots level. It really needs to go. It's something that I don't know why they would want to do that. It's something, obviously it's a confidence issue, but then children need to be taught and educated that we should be nice to people. We should be encouraging to people. We should be appreciative to people. And I'm sure that gratitude will play a very important role if we can encourage children right from that early age to be more grateful to ourselves, to people around us, to be more loving, to be more appreciative. Just a little pat. Even it's so simple that if a parent is supporting the child and gives that appreciation, the child wants to do it for his friends. Same way, it goes everywhere. If the boss is supportive and appreciative, the same subordinate would want to do it for his team members, for his people. So it's always the ripple effect. It's always how we are treated, and that's how you treat others. So treat the same way, treat unto others how you want to be treated. So it's just the parameters change. So how can we use gratitude as a tool in just eradicating bullying? That's something that we have been talking through this show, and it's a wonderful tool that each one of us can improvise on, use it, and make it more effective. So Bradley, you were sharing another experience. Please go ahead. And if you have any tips that which has helped you, so please do share as well. And in comments, please do share your thoughts. It's an interactive platform, so it would be amazing. And anybody on the radio show, if you want to share your thoughts about how we can support the whatever bullying related or even cancer related, anything that we can create awareness about, so please do share. Bradley, please go ahead.
Well, I don't know what else I can share, except for you had gone back to Robert's comment about assumption, and they're always saying don't judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely.
And I see myself as a prime example of that, because people are always judging me on my appearance and assuming that I'm not capable of certain things. But if you look at me today, I mean, I'm sharing my story publicly. I'm working in a nursing home atmosphere, caring for others with dementia. I love art and I'm very creative, so I have a outlet for my creativity through drawing and painting. People look at somebody like you're saying for the assumption and see, well, they can't do that because it's not in their ability. But if they would just take the opportunity to get to know that person, they would see that that person could be a beautiful person inside and out, and it could open doors for them as well.
True, very true. That is so amazing. Thank you so much, Bradley, for sharing your journey with all of us, for sharing each and every aspect of what you stand for. And today on World International Women's Day, I'm really honored to be, promoting the Equality Day, promoting the each and every aspect of ourselves. Each and every one of us are special, whether it be a boy, a girl, a man, a woman, each and every one of us. It's something so special and so honorable that we are the children of humanity. We are children of life, and each one of us can just be and shine the wonderful light that we already are. We don't need anybody to tell us. We all are beautiful lights ourselves, and it's just a matter of time. With little encouragement, with little support, with little inspiration, we all can do wonders. And that's what dynamic growth with gratitude stands all about. It's something that we all can take gratitude in our walk, in our way, flow continuously, and be the wonderful person that we are today and many more years to come. So it's so amazing that I could talk to you, Bradley. Thank you so much. There are such a number of people watching us right now, and Sean just joined us. Hi, Sean, and hi, Uma. Hi, Robert. All of you. A big hi to each one of you. Sharda was here. My mom, she joined in from India. Uma is from India. There are so many others joining us. Sevika was from India, and even Sean and all of you, Lauren and Robert, everybody in the US and various parts of the world, they're joining us. Please listen to the replay as well on the radio show, and just do share the broadcast if one other life is helped by hearing this story of Brad, what Brad shared about his journey. That would be something amazing that each one of us can support. And you never know how we will change. Let's be the change ourselves. Let's initiate the change in ourselves and go ahead and bring about all the wonderful changes that we want to in this world, towards happiness, towards gratitude, towards the beauty of life that each one of us are looking for. And a very happy International Women's Day to all the wonderful women out there and all the men who are supporting their beautiful women out there. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brad. Once again, a big warm hug to you.
Thank you.
And it's been such an amazing journey. Thank you once again. And looking forward to see you all in the next episode of Dynamic Growth with Gratitude next Thursday, same time, 8 a.m. CST, 9 a.m. EST, and 7:30 p.m. IST. Looking forward to see you all with my next guest speaker, Christy. She is a coach and author, an amazing person. Just join us, and looking forward to see you all the next week again. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye, Bradley. Bye, everyone. Take care. A big love.
Bye.
And
thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so much love and affection and tears, and I don't know, there's some anger too. I don't know why, but it's anger for bullying. I'm sure they want to share that. So much love. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you so much.
If I could share one last quick thing.
Mm-hmm. Please do. Please do.
I consider everybody that I have spoken to. One of my videos that I recently did, I want to say, fighting bullying is a war, So for those that have now heard my story for the first time, I want to say welcome to the Army. And on one last note, I want to say for those that are in my Army, go out there and spread the love.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're all warriors. We're all supporters of we'll all be anti-bully advocates all our lives, and we've always been. So let's do this together, Bradley. We're in it together. Let's do it. Let's support each other. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for supporting Bradley and me and listening to the show, staying up and understanding how we can support each other. So please go ahead and share the recording as well. Let's support many more who are out there who don't know how to combat, and this will be a ray of light for each and every person who are finding it difficult to find. Sometimes you just go around in darkness and you don't know where to find the light, and just a little bit of a scrape of or a twig, if the person can find to hold down, and let's be that little twig, and let's be there to support everybody who needs it from our side. So let's take it up as a challenge, and let's go ahead and do it. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Take care. Bye, Bradley. Take care.
Have a great day, everybody.
You too. Thank you. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Enjoy the day. Bye-bye. Bye.